I'm going to be looking for white oak acorn and trees and see if they have their acorns, because from September to October, if you can find one that's got loaded with acorns, you're gonna shoot a deer off it. Well, if you don't miss. So yeah, real quick, we're gonna do another food plot update. Got 2 more really heavy rains in July. As you can see, these aren't like clover where they're gonna be every inch. These are gonna bush out, these plants, these beans, and I just reseeded tons more all those white bean seeds you can see, which should cover all the gaps if they don't bush out. So yeah, they're coming up everywhere. They should bush out and be really good for the steer season. There's some white oak acorn trees, but they have no acorns whatsoever on them. So yeah, white oak acorn tree that the deer were all over last year. You can see the little white acorn caps and what they look like, but I don't think there's any on it this year. Yup, no acorns. Far this year on our property, I only have one spot to hunt, which is the food plot. So I'm trying to look for more spots I can put on my map on our property for more sits. So yeah. Far this year on our property, I only have one spot to hunt, which is the food plot. So I'm trying to look for more spots I can put on my map on our property for more sits. So yeah. Hillside looking down towards this creek, which you'd think would be a good waterhole spot to shoot down here, but it's a long creek, so deer can drink anywhere. So this specific spot, you aren't gonna see deer drinking at it. Right on this side, we put a stand here last year, and I didn't hunt it once. And last year I didn't start bow hunting till October, or late October, almost November. So I had a lot of time wasted. So I'm trying to gonna go hunting on the first day of bow season this year. So there's some white oaks around here, but I've been looking at tons of white oaks, and none of them have acorns on them. So I guess most of them dropped last year or something. So yeah. I just found another spot for spot number 2 right here. Light down there. Alright. Stop right at the trail. Let me show you spot number 2. I'm in the trail for where I just come from. Then, to get here quietly from the yard, we're gonna go right, come around here. It's all cleared out, and then you can go through here quietly, step over this stick, and you have a little trail going through here. And yes, the trail does have limbs sticking on the side, but the reason why I'm leaving those is to keep cover in so they feel more safe. Then get through here, and then the tree I'm sitting at is right there. When you're coming down to the tree, go over here, all bare dirt, sit here, perfect window right there. The deer can be seen right there in that open, right on the ground. I cleared out a spot where acorns can drop from. Here in Missouri, you cannot bait, but you can hunt with salt blocks if you're not in a CWD area, which we are. So I cleared it out though for when the acorns drop, they can eat them easier and they'll come more often. To the spot, this is all cleared out for my arrow, and then you'll come down here, white oaks all over, cleared out spot for when it drops. Then I put these dead trees down to put them in here where I need them really quick. Then I cleared out a really good spot where they can go around these dead trees, go around, come around, and go down there to hide. Where I want them to come from. So once they come up, really quietly, because it's all cleared out, they come along, they're looking down this way, starts eating the acorns, looks down here, when I'm sitting right there with the bow on that tree and hit them. And then if they somehow see me, or something happens, I made a real quick way where they can run out, which is a steep hill, so they can run down here, run down here, run down here, and then go that way to hide. This is where I want them to leave, because if it's a place where they can't leave easily, they might not come back again, especially if they're mature bucks. Whereas if they know they can get that out there easily, they might, consider to come back again. So, yeah. And then acorns will go here. Well, they'll drop wherever, but hopefully a lot of them will drop in this little area. And then I'll be there to shoot them. If we walk to the food plot, it is about 100 yards, I would say. Maybe, yeah, I would say 100 yards. So I'll take a little bit to get there, especially because we're going through woods, so I'll see little deer trails already going through here from deer before. Going from place to place. Like there, some mashed up poop. Could have been deer poop that just got mashed up, or coyote poop probably. We're about, I don't know how many yards, 50 from there. Trails going through here. It's been here for a while. And then trails go through here. And then trails. These are not worn out trails just because they're spots where the deer don't wear them out fully. Because they just come through there. And it's not really a trail they always can use. And there's the blind and the food plot. And then the other place I might make into a food plot next year. So, yes. We don't have nowhere near as many acres as our grandparents does that we hunt on. So, you don't need that many spots, but you do still want some spots. Maybe 2 to 3. So just put up a camera on the salt lick spot. We have some salt lick. Then we have a jar of our good mix on it. Put it on the salt lick. Just a little bit, not too much. Okay. We'll put it on. Guys, now we're at the food plot. Cedar tree right there. I'm gonna put the camera on. Thank you for watching today's video. I will be checking those cameras in a week, and I'll make a new video about it though. And yep, hopefully we have an awesome deer season this year, and hopefully get deer with my bow. And yeah, see you back.